Hi there. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and in this video tutorial, I've got this really adorable snail mail explosion box for you. I absolutely love this product suite. So when you lift the lid, that is where the magic happens. How cool is that? I found these adorable mushroom pens on Amazon. They are a little bit difficult to find. I found it in a multi-pack as like a Valentine's Day box, but I will link to what I purchased on Amazon in the description of this video as well as on my detailed blog post. But how stinking cute is that? I love how well this coordinates with the suite. And this is surprisingly easy to put together. It's got quite a few pieces and parts, but it really is easy to do. So let me show you how easy this is to make. All right, starting with measurements, we're gonna start with a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and this measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Then I have a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock. This measures 6 11/16 by 6 11/16. That's 1/16 less than 6 3/4. And I have a strip of Real Red that measures 1 5/8 by 4 1/2. We're going to start with these first. I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored. Starting with the Bermuda Bay piece, again, this is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and we're going to score this at 2 inches on all 4 sides. So just score at 2 and keep turning a 1/4 of a turn and repeat the measurement. Now with Daffodil Delight, which was 6 11/16 by 6 11/16, we're going to score this at 2 1/2 on all 4 sides. And then bringing in the Real Red piece, again 1 5/8 by 4 1/2. We're going to score this at 1 5/8, 2, 3 5/8, and 4. Next, I'm going to fold and burnish on all the score lines of all 3 pieces. All right, so let's start with the Bermuda Bay piece. This is a square piece, but I'm going to cut up each of the vertical score lines, stopping at that first horizontal score line. So I'm going to do that first, like so. Then I'm going to rotate it 180 and repeat the same thing. I'm going to bring in the template here. So we've basically cut up the vertical score lines on opposite sides, but now we want to remove some of the bulk. So the fastest way for me to do this is to use the Stampin' Trimmer. So on the Stampin' Trimmer, I'm going to fold back that middle section, and then I'm going to line up that right cut edge right where the white section ends. That is the 1 1/2 inch mark, and then I'm going to cut. And what that's going to leave behind is just 2 little 1/2 inch sections. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side, folding that middle section out of the way, lining up that right edge at 1 1/2, and cutting. So now what we need to do is on these little 1/2 inch tabs, we're going to come in and miter cut or notch those out, like so. Next, I'm bringing in the Snail Mail Designer Series paper. I love this little Blushing Bride pattern with the mushrooms. And I have 4 pieces that I've cut to 1 5/8 by 1 7/8. If you have a directional pattern, you want to make sure that it's in portrait. Then I have 1 piece that measures 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 square. These pieces are going to lay in this orientation, because this is technically the top of our box, and I'm picking one of these longer sides as the front of the box, and that matters because this middle piece we want to make sure goes from top to bottom. So I'm just going to use multi-purpose liquid glue and glue all those pieces down. So cute with that Designer Series paper. Now to complete the lid, I'm going to place glue on the little 1/2 inch tab. We'll do 1 tab at a time. I'm going to line up this cut edge with this fold line and then start to form the corners of our box. The liquid glue really helps here because you can kind of slide things into place and make sure that's lined up right where you want it to. Then I'm just going to work my way around to the remaining 3 sides. And now the lid is done. Bringing in the template for the Daffodil Delight piece or the Interior Explosion piece, and this one I'm simply just going to cut up each of the vertical score lines, stopping at that first horizontal score line, and I'm just going to work my way all the way around to all of the vertical score lines, And what's going to happen is as you turn it a quarter of a turn and you come in to cut, you're going to remove that whole corner square. That's a good size piece to save in your scraps to use for die cutting and all kinds of other things. It's about a 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch square. And then I'm just going to work my way around until I've removed all 4 corner pieces. I'm going to bring in the detailed trio punch, and then I'm just going to round each of the corners. Like so. Next I have 4 pieces of the Snail Mail Designer Series paper in a different pattern. Love this one as well. And these pieces measure 1 9/16, which is just 1/16 larger than 1.5. by 2 3/8. Again, these are in portrait mode if you have a directional pattern. But first we need to round the corners, and we're just rounding the top 2 corners on each piece. All right, now that those pieces are done, we're going to glue that to the inside of the box so it opens like this. We want to glue on this side of the cardstock. And again, I'm just going to use multi-purpose liquid glue and adhere all those pieces down. So cute. Now the other thing I recommend is also sort of folding and burnishing on the opposite direction as well. This kind of breaks down the fibers a little bit and allows our explosion box to open all the way, like so. Now bringing in the real red piece, the only thing I need to cut here first is just the little edges here. We're going to miter cut those right on that 1/2 inch section. And then I'm going to use the smallest circle from the Layering Circles dies. It's about 1 1/8 inch in diameter. And I actually want that to be right in this sort of middle square. It's not quite the middle, but it's not the one to the far left. And I'm just going to center that between the score lines and the edges and just use a Post-it note to hold that in place. We're going to run that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now while we're doing that, I also want to cut these additional pieces. And let's quickly talk about the suite here. This is the Snail Mail suite. We're using the Snailed It bundle, which comes with the Snailed It stamp set and the snail dies, along with this awesome Snail Mail Designer Series paper. So in those dies and in the Designer Series paper, I cut this piece out of a large 12 by 12 sheet. I just kind of trimmed away the snails that I wanted to cut out. And there's a die that perfectly fits that pattern. Love the way that Stampin' Up! Does that. So we're going to die cut this guy. I'm also going to cut this mini envelope from a scrap of Real Red. And I'm also going to cut one of these little hearts from Real Red as well. All right, so I've got strategically placed Post-it notes here, and we're going to run this all through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine at once. All right, so here's all the pieces we cut. I'm going to put these 3 off to the side for now, and let's focus on this piece. Now that we've cut that little circle cutout, I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to fold on the second score line from the left and place liquid glue right on the little 1/2 inch tab. And fold on the first score line from the right. That should line right up there. And what we've created is this little box, sort of pseudo box, that's going to hold our mushroom pen right there in the circle. So I'm going to bring back the explosion piece. I'm just going to pick and choose which one is going to be the front. We've got our seam right here on the back, so that's going to be the back. This is going to be the front. And I'm just going to put liquid glue on the back here. We're going to just center that in this middle section. It should fit right inside all of the score lines. You can get your fingers in there to press down to start, and then you can just kind of fold it flat. It gives you a little bit of leverage with your desktop to press that into place. And that is all ready for the mushroom, but first let's stamp with a sentiment here. Using the Snailed It stamp set, I'm going to stamp the sentiment "You Snailed It." I'm going to stamp that in Real Red on a piece of basic white that measures 1 inch by 1 9/16. Again, that's 1/16 more than 1.5. And then this piece, we're just going to adhere across the back leaf of our explosion box. And that should perfectly fit across the Designer Series paper. So cute. Now, here is a yellow mushroom pen. I want to show you how it works. It's one of those telescoping pens. So cute. I absolutely love this pen. What a fun little gift. Perfectly goes with the Snail Mail suite. And that's going to nestle just right in that little pedestal that we created for it. It is a little wobbly, so I actually recommend you just grab a glue dot and stick that right to the bottom of the mushroom pen. That's a flat surface. And that's going to make sure that that mushroom just stays put in our explosion box. All right, so let's fold up the sides. Gonna grab our lid, and that should fit perfectly over the base, like so. Let's make sure that it works. Yay! I love that I could do that over and over again. My kids were doing the same thing. I love explosion boxes. So cute. Let's do it one more time. Woo! Okay. Too much fun. Let's build our little decoration for the lid of the box. Again, we cut out this adorable snail and one of the hearts. So I'm actually just gonna stick a glue dot to the back of the heart and just put this a little bit off to the right side, like so. The mini envelope, it's a little bit difficult to tell. It cuts and scores, and one of these wider flaps, the score line, is closer to the side flaps than the other one. I don't know if you're gonna be able to notice that. There's almost an 1/8 of an inch difference here. I consider that the top of the envelope, okay? So I'm gonna then fold on the score lines and burnish. I'm not gonna do that to the top one, so the bottom and then the two sides. So it's gonna go together like so. What a cute mini envelope with that little stitching detail. I'm just gonna take liquid glue and put the tiniest little dollop of glue right there at the edge. Press those into place. And then just a really thin line of glue just right around the perimeter, close to the stitching. You don't have a ton of space to work with, but it is so worth it and so cute. All right, so there is our little mini envelope. I am going to strategically place my little snail like so. So he's peeking out. I'm going to actually glue it down. You could leave it loose in there for the recipient to be able to take in and out, but I'll just put a little bit of glue on the back and then we'll place that right in the envelope. I want some of that heart peeking out so that I can add a little rhinestone there. I'm going to grab one of the medium-sized rhinestones and place that right in the heart. And I'll take a trio of dimensionals, pop that off to an angle here on the lid. Then I've got the Daffodil Delight 1/4 inch ruched ribbon. I'm just gonna tie a little bunny ears bow. And then with a glue dot, I'll just pick up a glue dot behind the knot and we'll pop that off to the side there. And there we have our snail mail explosion box. Some other things you could fit inside this are a Ferrero Rocher, possibly an EOS lip balm, a chocolate egg, just a lot of fun things that you can hide in there. And I love the effect. What a fun little gift idea for the recipient. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and pictures of the templates. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. And if you don't want to miss a thing, you can subscribe to receive blog updates via email, and you'll receive an email each time I publish a new post. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the starter kit is the ultimate bundle, and it's a great way to fill your wish list for less. You can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join, and I'd love to welcome you to the Stampin' Up! Family and my team of Paper Pixies. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like complimentary copies of our current catalogs, you can submit a catalog request at thepaperpixie.com/happymail. And if you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.